What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Sunday show. I'm RePete.
It's your boy Remy A in the building,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir. We're holding down for Mike Sanchez.
My
but
man
y'all
Mike's
already
not
know.
here, man.
But y'all already know. I think Mike knows too, and I guess definitely they know. But if y'all don't,
hey, say it.
Don't say this.
Say that.
Yo, what the hell we got in this
Hey,
studio
bro,
today, bro?
this is different, bro. This is media outlet featuring media outlet.
Yes, sir.
This is family. This is Boston.
Platform.
This is love. Inside the Maze Radio.
What's
Figz.
going on?
Yeah.
Sir Reyes, Beba, they're in the motherfucking building,
We
man.
here.
Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Figz Reyes. I am the CEO of Inside the Maze.
Oh, you hit the motherfucking
CEO.
title. I know you hit
Yo,
the title.
Make sure y'all know what I am.
There was a lot of weight. I almost dropped the name in there. Sir Reyes hit us, man.
I'm Sir Reyes. I go by Sir Reyes Films. I'm the videographer and photographer for Inside the Maze.
Can't do without him, bro.
Nah.
Can't do without him.
Main
Can't-
part, main part.
Yo, bro,
Backbone.
it's the backbone for real. Baby,
Yes,
hit
sir.
us, man.
It's Beba beat for the vibe.
Yo, I know the vibe she coming
Got
with.
your eyelashes done? Yo, she came out here ready. The nails
That's what
are
I'm
on.
saying.
The legs is out. The
Yeah.
eyelashes is popping. Where you going after this? You going somewhere?
I gotta go to work.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a bartender.
Took me all the way. I was at work.
real quick, what bar though?
Top mix.
Oh,
That
that's.
make me freaking shit.
Oh, why would you talk about work? But you know what? Top mix is my shit.
Oh, so where? Because
Bro,
I've
I'll
never
be-
seen you.
Oh,
That's a
Yeah,
good point. That's
She's lying.
no, that's
She's like, I walked in. It's like, who the hell are you?
He just had a kid. He just had a kid.
no.
No, but I've been out for like 3 months.
Everybody knows
I
I was there, extra slutty. I love Top Mix. What? I used to be in Top Mix, swiping my head with my shirt, getting with the sampler.
Oh, the
God.
sampler.
Oh, yeah, that's the best. That's the best.
That's why I had to leave. I was gaining too much weight from that fucking place.
That should be busted.
I'm content creator for Inside the Maze, and I'm also Teresa from Shelty. If you've never heard of Teresa, you know now.
That's the comedian right there.
But yeah, I'm
Comedian.
the comedian.
You should try comedy. I do
I
comedy.
actually am working on it. I do all my content is all comedy. I talk about everything, relationships,
Got 'em.
parent. I'm also a
Got 'em.
mom.
Have
so-
you done stand-up comedy?
No, we were supposed to do it April 6th of last year, and then
Oh.
this
Man.
thing that I don't know
COVID,
what's
man.
going on. If you've heard of it,
Yeah.
COVID happened.
So like a disease, some shit.
Yeah, something,
A virus.
Yeah, that they
Well,
found the
you
cure for
definitely got
it
the
a year
energy
later.
for it. And I always say there's not enough women with that dope ass energy.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
so I'm a stand up comedian. I'll give you my contact after because I do shows like 3-4 times a week, and they're open mic, so you could just literally pop in for
It's
no
crazy
cover
because
at
I'm
a bar.
like so
and just do it.
scared to do it.
wow.
Everyone's
Listen
like,
to
just
nah.
rip the Band-Aid, and I'm like, I'm scared.
I don't understand. I always tell her I don't know why she's scared because it naturally comes out of her.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
So-
she has 2 daughters and she has stories for days. That's right there is
Even
like
my
has
kids
me
are
dying, and I'm
content,
like,
too.
Yeah. No, and you'll go, and this is like not even to kill people, but you'll go and see somebody like, oh, no, I'm better than that guy. You see somebody that you're like, yo, he has no business even going up there, and it'll give you the confidence
Yeah,
to go up
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what I gotta stop because now everything's open. So I actually been wanting to go and visit the open mic.
I'm gonna send it to you because there's no excuses. Just try it, get drunk,
Exactly.
smoke a blunt. I
Oh, I
always
was
smoke
gonna
a
say,
blunt.
Fred,
probably
yeah.
after drinking a blunt, you like,
And then
I'm
you
ready.
write some material, and I'll give you some tips about like what to do your first time with the
Oh,
timing
thank
and
you.
shit like
See?
that. Nice fire, man. It's fire.
That's platform, spoon, platform. That
Ah,
was
of
Yes,
course.
sir,
That's
there
why
you
we
go.
going.
That's why we
Yep.
link up. So talk about what is Maze Radio or Inside the Maze Radio.
well, now that you said Maze Radio, we were formerly known as Maze Radio, but we wanted to get out of the radio, like, because if if somebody says Maze Radio to you, you're gonna instantly think it's just radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Inside the Maze, we're like, let's come up with a name. So we did Inside the Maze. We came up with Inside the Maze, and Inside the Maze is mainly because we are known as being a maze because it's like when you come into the maze, you don't know what we're gonna throw at you.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
comedy. It could be
Some serious
podcast.
shit.
It can be radio station. It can be 21 Questions. It can be Inside the Maze, which is
Music.
another segment of ours. It's like you just don't know what you're gonna get when you come into the maze. So we're like, Inside the Maze is pretty good.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So, but we love Maze Radio. That's where we started.
Always gotta start with humble beginnings.
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
But I love that because it's so good to have people that just are like, we can't be really stagnant, especially in like the media industry, because y'all probably know this by now. How long you been doing this, Bob? How long's Maze Radio been going on?
Oh man,
3-4 years.
it's been
Coming up on 3
Yeah.
4. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's you got some experience. So you've seen some shit. and you know that it's tough in this media world because they want you to they want you to say some shit that'll get views. They want you to do some shit.
Oh my God, yes, I get a lot of times that. Oh my God, say this or try to stir up. I'm not trying to stir up anything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm here for the conversation. I'm here as if it's friendly. It's just on mics. You know what I'm saying? It's recorded.
Yeah.
I think one of our first was Beba's Bar Talk, and people like, oh, because I did a show at the bar that I work at, and people like, oh, say this, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to have guests come in and trying to stir stuff up because I want to show the creative side, what they're working on, and their funny side, so it's like we're not trying to stir anything.
Which happened one time. It happened one time. We brought somebody on.
Definitely talk about that.
And they were stirring up some stuff.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is that particular episode was probably the most viewed.
People
love drama.
People love drama,
People love drama, but we don't want to make it off drama.
Right.
There's already platforms that are all about drama. I'm not gonna name drop, but there is out there that are.
But if you know
what I mean?
you know.
So we want to just kind of make it up there, just being us and doing what we love to do. You know what I mean?
I used to tell. I think I did a few interviews that before the show there was some controversy, and I'm like, hey, can I talk about anything? They're like, yeah, you can. But then, like, can I mention this? No, don't mention that because I don't want to give that person any light or any. Because that's what they're doing. If you're stirring up, you're giving that other person that, that clout. Yeah,
exactly.
And we're not about giving people clout. We want people to show their work and show what they're doing.
Give them clout in a good way.
In a good way, exactly.
Now, how does it feel if you're behind the camera and it's those moments? You know what I mean? Like those weird, awkward moments.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
If it's too much, I'll definitely just cut the shit out and I'll edit it so I can just pass that shit. But if it's not too bad, I'll leave it in there. But yeah.
Do you ever feel weird being there though?
I do feel weird. Like I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe this. The episode you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, so what happened in that episode?
Oh, Jesus.
You ain't gotta name drop anybody. You just gotta.
I mean, the episode's out, right? The people.
It's on our Inside the Maze YouTube.
People.
Subscribe.
I think maybe Beba can talk more about that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, why are you gonna put me on that?
Just don't name drop.
No, it was this particular person because at the end of the day, when you make it at a certain level, you need to humble yourself.
Absolutely.
And I feel a lot of people feel like because they're no longer in Boston and they're doing big things that they could be like, oh, well, I try to help people and they're not. So they're basically made it seem like if it wasn't for them, a lot of people wouldn't be known. Or if it wasn't for them, oh, I'm trying to help. And I remember I did another live with COVID, and I was like, listen, if nobody wants to get your help or nobody wants it's okay.
Yeah.
But it was like, I had people, that interview that you did, he was talking about me, and I'm like, I don't know who
Yeah.
he is,
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot
You
of
were
people-
innocent bystanders in this.
So it's like, it sucks because we're basically, we're like the middleman. You know what I mean? It could be the same thing when you guys bring somebody here and they start talking about other people, and you're like, this is not my reputation. We're not trying to bring that.
Those people
when
too,
you
you
know
got
exactly.
good relationships with them.
Okay.
So that's why I be mad. I feel weird and awkward because I'm like, damn, I know these people.
Yeah, and it always and a lot of media outlets don't understand that. I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but it's like we're all trying to make it, right? And we're not at that level where we can stir up drama.
Right.
Because we can get canceled like this. It's cancel culture right now.
Too easy. I think it's too easy. That's why I even people I know, I'd be like, don't do any wild shit or crazy shit on the internet or anything.
Yes.
At least if you a close friend of mine or like a family member. Cause I used to say that to my mom and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I understand I'm not big yet, but this could prevent me from getting big because then that's going to stick with me.
Yes.
So y'all got to watch what you say.
Yes.
Even when you get big,
It can still come. Exactly.
Listen. When I get famous, the shit that's gonna come out to me when I get famous, I already talked to my girl. Like, listen, that shit is old. I was a senior high school. I was in college.
Start deleting
I didn't know the video came out. I'm telling you, the shit that's gonna come out when I get big is gonna be insane. I'm like, yo, I was done and said enough stupid shit before I was aware enough to be like, oh,
That's what I'm saying.
this shit will get you. They'll take your job from you.
Cause I did the same
Yeah,
shit.
but I feel like back then nothing was like censored, so it's like everybody can express themselves without
now you gotta
getting
be careful
canceled.
what you do.
Even
100%.
comedians,
Yeah.
are getting canceled because of the things that they're saying on stage and things like that. So, like I said, we don't want to be known for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it comes by accident, because sometimes, you can't control everything you
Right.
say, you know what I mean? But, as of now, that's not our goal.
But now I'll say this, though. I'm going to always tell a person be themselves. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
don't, because if you fake it for too long, when you get to the top and then you become yourself, the world is shocked. Like, who is this person?
Right.
So I always
Absolutely.
tell people, like, if you come on here and you trash talks, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And in that same time frame, you have to, as the host, kind of be like, listen, I mean, that sounds like something that you have to kind of separate yourself. Like, that sounds like your opinion over there, buddy. You know what I mean? It's just...
But a perfect example. Remember when I could have almost gotten canceled myself.
Yeah.
As not
Yeah,
with
there was a few.
And I had somebody that wanted to work with me, and the promotion of like to promote the show, it was like an April Fool's joke, and me not realizing that accident we're in a culture cancel world, and again. Back in the day, things weren't as serious. People didn't take it as serious. I did the promotion of it, and I felt like, oh, well, why ain't nobody supporting me? When I found out through my team, because that's another thing, you have to have people that really support you and have your back. But, like, I don't think this was the right move for you. And when they explained to me it wasn't the right move, and then found out that the person that wanted to work with me was just literally clout chasing and trying to get my following, our following, and everything like that. And I was like, all right. I did the live with the person, and one thing that really bothered me was when they said F Boston.
Yeah.
And I already had that
Right
little,
there,
I was like, Beba, don't work with them. So I already had that little, So that day of, I did the live, and I was like, we're not doing that.
No,
we're not,
absolutely
because I'm
not.
Boston.
Absolutely.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
We're all
We all
going
Boston,
through the same
like,
journey.
Yeah.
We're on the same path, going through the same goal. Like
We cannot absolutely not have anyone that's associated in our team a part of anyone who says F Boston.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right.
Boston.
Fuck
I'm
Boston.
like,
No,
I'm
you can
thinking
swear.
about it right
No, you can swear. You
now.
can say fuck Boston.
Oh wait, I could sweat, but they were, and I cut him off. I was like, no, we're not doing that because
Yeah,
I'm Boston.
hell no.
You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
Boston
So-
is the people, and like I said, and I say every 3 years ago, I lost everything in Boston. My people, Boston was the one that lifted me up and picked me right
Say
up.
that.
So at the end
Exactly.
of
You
the
already read my
day,
mind,
is
Figz.
Say that.
I'm a rep Boston to the day
That's
I
it.
die because, and we're not gonna say fuck Boston because
No.
the half of my or 75% of my followers is Boston.
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
Boston
Absolutely.
trusts us
Yes.
to bring their vision to life.
Exactly.
Like, you know?
Say that.
I love that. I love how y'all speaking on the city like that. It's like, shit,
Yeah.
see, y'all get it. You know what I'm
Peace
saying?
out, baby.
loves
Get
the
it.
city.
Peace out,
That's
baby.
what I'm saying. I love the city like that because it's like, especially the last couple of years, we're like on like, I don't want to say precipice, but I want to say it started and it keeps going, this creative renaissance in Boston. And what I mean by creative renaissance is like, I got into the field, like, the media field last October, but like, I'm discovering like all these new artists, radio stations, designers and shit. And it's all from Boston. It's not, New York, LA, your typical where these big people are going to come from. But yeah, that's just what I did. That's why, Mike, wish you would say, he would have told you the same thing. That's why we started with like, listen, this is Boston based. We'll have other people from other cities. That's fine. But like you said, no fuck Boston, no beef. But it's like, this is Boston. This is it,
Yep.
So
because
why-
we are small, so not to cover you up, but
No,
we
you're good.
a small city compared to like, the other major U.S. cities.
And shout out to New York, because New York, it's some city that supports us. You know what I mean?
Shout out
Yeah,
to
that
New
New
York
York
too.
love
Shout out to
real.
New
We
York
have
food.
a
I love
lot
New
of
York
support
food.
from
Yeah.
New York. Yeah.
New York's a great city.
We have a lot of support from New York. I remember my first New York interview was Cortez Bodega. Like, shout out to the
Shit,
band to
wow.
him. My first podcast interview, and
It's
it's
Cortez.
crazy to say,
Yeah.
I saw that
was
one.
in Foul Talk Brooklyn, in Brooklyn, New York. So it's like that love, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we see a lot of people, we love our city and we'll rep our city to death. But we'll also give love to other cities
Now,
that
of
give
course.
us love
Of course.
too.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Absolutely.
And you guys, I wanted to ask, like, why this? Some people, they grow up, they want to play ball, they want to be a doctor, they want to do so many other things. And I feel like this isn't a glamorous position. You know what I mean? Even though you're, taking nice pictures, interviewing people, this isn't
Like a behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of work and hours, and no one, for almost a lot of times, no pay, a lot of times, no recognition.
Coming out of your own pocket.
Coming out your own pocket. So why this? Why having, why become a creator? Why use the camera? You know what I'm saying? Why be the CEO?
Well, that's actually kind of a tough question to answer because it's just like love and passion for it. Because since a youngin, you know what I'm saying, Maze, he couldn't be here today. He is actually the owner and founder of Inside the Maze, you know, by the name you can tell.
Right.
Maze.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
Maze. And it's a family business, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we gonna get into that, but yeah, keep going.
So we basically have been musically inclined like all of our lives. You know what I mean? I have an older brother as well, King Julius. He's also an artist, a rapper.
That's your brother?
My real brother, yes.
No shit. He's been following us for a minute now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Real King Julius. No shit.
Yeah.
That's it. Wow. What a small world.
Yes. You know, he's also an artist. We were artists back in the day as well, you know, which is weird. I was a reggaeton artist, but I don't know a lick of Spanish.
But you was a reggaeton artist?
Yeah,
Me
but I
too,
can
man.
read it. So when, you know, I would write it and
It's just practice. You
with
practice
the
Right.
with the help of my brothers, him and my older brothers, you know, I can read it.
Yeah.
And then as I read it, I put a little melody behind it and I'm rapping, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. I can say that. I
Yeah.
can say
That's
that.
not bad.
You know, I
Yeah,
had a
too.
writer. I
Yeah.
had a writer,
It's
you know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
On the Spanish side.
On the
The
Spanish
Spanish
side.
side. Exactly.
So yeah, we were artists and we found out that, you know, very quickly.
We went from reggaeton
Oh yeah.
to dance hall to hip hop.
Until we found like
Yeah.
it's just like we were like trying
Trying
to
everything.
search
Right.
what is for us.
Yeah, you just being an
You know
artist.
what I
you
mean?
was being
He-
an
Yeah.
artist.
He was
Exactly.
even a gospel rapper.
Was it-
No
I
shit.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh shit, I forgot about God." yeah, I
You
did
know
God
what
for
I
a little
mean?
I
bit.
used to go to
Yeah.
church. So
Thank you,
that's-
God.
right. So we were just kind of in a moment where we were trying to find what we wanted to do because again, shout out to my father Maze. He was also big in the 90s. You know what I
And,
mean?
Yeah. So, what was his? Was it always his dream to have the radio station, or?
Yeah, I feel like honestly, he always tells me that because there was a situation that happened where, like I said, back in the 90s, he was big. You know, he almost really made it out. You know what I
Breakdancing
mean?
and everything,
But
too.
yeah, he also was breakdancing. He used to break dance with Mark
shit.
Wahlberg.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
My man, I gotta meet my man, Maze.
Because he would have said this. He what's his name? Donnie.
Oh,
Donnie Wahlberg.
He
That's the
taught-
brother.
He taught Donnie how to break dance. My father.
Yeah.
No
You go to
shit.
his Instagram page.
I need to
you'll
teach
see my
me, bro. I
father's
got no dance
picture.
moves.
He has a picture with him.
Yeah.
When he
Wow.
was younger.
I don't
Wow.
think it was Donnie Wahlberg. It was
It's one of the
one of the
One of
beast,
the-
what is it? New Kids on
New
the
Kids
Block.
on the
One of
Block.
them.
Yeah.
It wasn't Donnie though, but he did break dance with Mark Wahlberg.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because he was doing Marky Mark and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right,
I think it was Eddie. Is there Eddie and New Kids? You know
Eddie.
what? Let me not even say because I don't know. But it was one of them.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block. But anyways, where was I? So yeah, he practically almost made it out. You know what I mean? And because of some money situation and working with the wrong people stealing money, things like that, it kind of just, you know, went down. So then, you know, he was like, you know, I'm not gonna I'm musically inclined. I'm not gonna just let this go. So obviously he started with my brothers, which was a reggaeton group, which was popping back in the day. I don't know if people know, you know what I'm saying? It's,
What was the name?
Los Reyes de Fuego.
And I never heard it.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go back and listen though. I'm gonna go back. Ain't no way I'm not gonna
That
listen to y'all
throwback
sing
Boston
reggaeton.
stuff.
there's two
That shit was
music
weird.
videos
That shit
on YouTube.
Nah, I'll
but
be here.
we're
We
not
gonna
gonna talk
play.
about it.
Link in the description coming soon.
But yeah, so he started with them, pushing them. Then you know my older brother at one point, and at me as well, and things like that. So we started off there as well, and then you know once we stopped the music thing, he's like, "Yo, I still want to be in this scene." You know what I mean?
That's all you know.
Yeah, so then he started getting a passion for radio, and we started a online radio station, which is Maids Radio, which was an app. It was the Maids Radio app and a website as well where we was just, you know, shooting the shit, playing independent artists from Boston and things like that. And then that still wasn't enough for him. You know what I
He
mean?
wanted more. He wanted more.
Yeah,
So
so
he actually started doing music reviews through his phone on Facebook Live.
yeah, no, that came after.
Came
Oh
after-
no, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, that came before. Oh my goodness.
You making
My
it
man got a
crazy over
crazy
there.
history. My man got the craziest history.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anything to do
So
with music.
Yeah, so it started with that, like him just on his phone, asking artists to send him their music, and he would just play it for people. And he used to get some, like, you know, hits and views and things like that. And then came the online radio thing.
Yep.
And then after that, that still wasn't enough. So we started a segment that was on Facebook called Fire or Back to the Lab. That was a music podcast where it was me and him at first. And then that was like just a bigger version of us, you know, telling artists from all over the world. I'm talking about Africa,
People in Finland,
New
Switzerland,
Zealand.
New Zealand.
like a lot of artists, you know.
The music must be different.
Yeah, like we're
Greece.
really known like globally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so he just kind of wanted to. He's like, oh, you know, I'm getting old. You know, I want to like pass this down to you, but I want you to kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to take over and build this shit.
Right.
So then I got him. He said he don't talk, but he was on the podcast with me. He was on the podcast with me and another one of our members on Inside the Maze, Jay Loso, and we started doing it together, and it was awesome. We used to give away $100 prize, a $200 prize. No.
He's like, hold on.
Hold on, yeah, I need that.
You got an email list I can subscribe with the.
Like, the weed is expensive. Man.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean gas.
Yeah.
Still same thing though.
It is. Gas is too
depending on-
expensive too.
right. So that was that, and then after that came, you know, we started filming with a phone, and then the first show that we filmed was Beba's Bar Talk.
Hey.
That's when we recruited Beba into the family.
With the
You know what I mean?
fucking audio quality.
But it was a good
It was
episode
a good show.
too.
But the
You
audio
could tell-
was humble beginnings.
Yes.
Right. No.
They
Exactly.
humble
Especially
beginnings.
working with a phone, like you ain't gonna get that
and you
much.
could tell how the quality
Changed. Like
changed.
you look through our
throughout the-
YouTube, you can see the quality change.
And that's the same thing I had told you over
Yeah,
the
I
phone.
was like, I don't know who I was
Over
talking to,
Yeah, he was
but
talking to
yeah.
me over the phone. I told Figz, I'm like, you could see what we really
Progression.
appreciate is where you guys came from and then where you guys are
Consistency.
now.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, what you got to understand is we don't care where you're at. What I care about is if you're putting the work in
Yeah.
to
The
be
journey
better
together.
and to compete. Because the truth is, we're competing with iHeartRadio. We're competing with all the other major places, right?
Yep.
And if you don't hit that standard, then we're not even being looked at. So I need you
Exactly.
guys to be great. You guys need us to be great so that we can keep pushing the price up.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's humble beginnings right there. You know what I mean? Like, we know where we came from. We know we was, oof. It was like when I look back on it, I'm like, oof. But
tough.
I'm like, that's where we came from.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you can see now, our quality is A1 now. But,
100%.
but
Came a long
but
way, though.
yeah, it was
Absolutely.
hard. It was long. A lot of money put into it.
Out of pocket stuff, like we talked about.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. You know, sometimes there was points where we was just like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like we've had those moments where we're like, we just want to give up.
The thing
But-
about us is we uplift each other.
Absolutely.
But you know what? For being, not the oldest, you guys had some big names giving you the drop. The Benny the Butcher
Former
drop.
Say That
Lost
podcast.
my mom when I saw the Benny the Butcher one. The Millie's one. And your first
That
interview
Millie's-
was with Cortez.
Cortez Bodega, my first,
humble.
and then we had Cortez.
There's some big
Well,
names.
I want to shout
DJ
out.
Chubby Chubs.
I want to shout out Radar. He actually hit us up and was like, "Yo, I fuck with y'all, and I'm chilling with Cortez Bodega right now. I want to bring him on one of your shows." And I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's fire. Let's do that, whatever." And I'm like, "Who better than Beba?" You know what I mean? So
No, and then the thing is,
She got
we
you
have
with
a
that lob.
relationship.
Yeah, we built a relationship with him too.
Yeah,
It was
because
like-
when he
After
did
the fact, yeah,
after the
he's
fact,
so cool.
because he hit us up when he was doing his album Resolutions.
Yes.
and he hit us. He hit a lot of podcasts in New York.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, I'm trying to do this thing with all media platforms. I want y'all to come out here, and we did Inside the Maze with Cortez Bodega.
Mhm.
That was dope. And we stay in contact. So whenever it's like, hey, we're gonna go to New York, can we, so that the best part about it is we building relationship with the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of platforms out there that wanna, oh my god, let me interview, but that's it.
Don't
Right.
keep
Do
it.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like I establish a relationship with every artist that we interview or we have, because at the end of the day
That's very true.
yeah, because at the end of the day it's like we did Chubby Chubs. He went and he DJ'd on the radio with us when
Yes.
we were, with the
Shout out to
Jadu
him,
Sabe.
too.
So it's like having these relationship with all these artists is the number one goal for me.
It's
and for
always
us.
good to be humble,
Yes.
not to act so damn prideful,
yes.
cocky, because then you'll get seen, like you get seen more, you get booked more, people want to be with you more, they
Around
love your
you.
energy
It's
instead
the
of you
vibe-
being like
it's-
think you're the shit.
Yeah,
like,
Right.
or have that. Oh,
Bro.
well, they need to contact us. No, we're
There's
gonna go.
So
Yeah.
many people who wanted to book us to do their video, and by their energy, I would say no.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with it. I can't.
Another
Yeah.
person I shout out is C's, Millie's manager.
Oh,
as
yeah.
soon as and
Oh,
tomorrow
yeah.
we're going
C's.
to, because he hits us up as soon as there's a video coming. Yo,
Shout
I
out
need
to
y'all.
C's, yo,
Shout out
for
to him
real.
because I need y'all. We've already done 2 behind the scenes.
Yes.
We're actually gonna do another one tomorrow, and it's just by them hitting us up is humbling. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like
Very.
another relationship that we built actually, because at the end of the day is we want to get that phone call.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
want to be like, yo, you guys pull up. Sometimes it's last minute thing, but we make it happen.
Right, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
it's about, it's we show up and we show out all the time.
Yeah.
And it's about, like you said, we were humble. Like, it's a vibe. Like, we would go up and say, yo, I like their vibe. I fuck with them. It's not, I'm like, oh my God, I can't
Yeah.
be fake. I can't be fake. If I can fuck with you, I'm not gonna fuck with you, and I don't. You know what I mean? I even had to ask some people like, "Who's the video with?" Oh, I don't fuck with that person. I'm sorry. I say
It's
it.
about
I give
energy.
them up.
Yeah, and
I mean, you'd rather be honest.
Yeah.
I always want to be honest than be on some fake shit.
Yeah, and it's mainly because like Soraya said, we don't care about the money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't care about the money. You can pay us all day, but if we're not connecting, or if the vibe is off, because we have been getting we've gotten messages where it's like, yo, I need a music video.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like, okay, I need $1 million.
Yeah.
Or like,
Excuse me?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And then they'll keep writing and writing and writing. And then when I look at their their profile, it's like, I don't like to judge people, but we're not going to work with people who I feel is not dedicated or like not serious about their craft. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the
Absolutely.
day,
You gotta be.
at the end of the day, the video that we produce, we also promote it as well. And we're not going to put our name behind something, even if we do get paid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's at the end of the day, it's not all about the money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about money, but
Yeah.
it's
do
in
what
our
we do
heart.
'cause
It's
we
a
love what
passion.
we
Yeah,
It's
do.
you're not gonna
Exactly.
stamp saying that's
Exactly.
trash.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I feel you like we get mad DMs
All the
But
time.
what
All
people
in the
have to
requests.
understand
I'm
is
like,
Right.
the new first impression is your
Yes.
Instagram now.
Yep.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I go to your Instagram and you still got the oldest picture in the world, it doesn't look like it's
You're
a
not
little
consistent.
decent.
You're not being
from
consistent.
2019.
Yeah, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's just one of those things where, okay, I'm putting in a lot. For me to do one interview, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours of work before we come in because we meet and then we do research and then we call and then we come in early and then so it's like, I'm not going to do that for some dude who's going to roll out of bed, come in here, have nothing to say, and then leave and waste my time.
Yeah.
And probably not even
because
dropping
at the end
anything
of the day, you
either.
gotta benefit from it too. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Or you get the ones that we want to work with, and because they feel they're bigger than you, they won't promote the same thing, the same content, or the same. You know what I mean? So
Trust me,
we
yeah.
got
We
those.
just had that meeting. We just had that meeting of like,
Or if they're not getting paid, or they're not gonna benefit
Something
out
like
of
that.
it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, or they tell me, oh, well, why are you doing it if you're not getting paid? Because I love what I do, and my therapy is comedy. I love making people laugh. Like, my thing is, so if it's gonna benefit me in the long run, I don't care right now if I'm not getting paid.
I did it. How many? A year and a half, we was doing videos like crazy without. Oh, I keep forgetting. to do that.
You good. Now you
Okay.
go, bro.
Like a year and a half.
It's a habit, sorry.
I've been telling people to do it, and I'm doing it myself. A year and a half, we went a year and a half without
Not
you know,
getting paid,
getting
yeah.
paid, doing shit for free.
But it's paying off
It
now.
happened.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Exactly.
working hard, putting out content
And we're
until
humble.
it catches the eye of someone who wants to pay you, make contracts with you, and things like that. People just don't understand that. People want money first.
Right now.
They want
Like,
the result
right now.
without the progress.
It's like what
the
JC
process.
said. It. If you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You gotta love what you do.
Because the shit'll come.
Yeah,
the
it
shit
will
will come no matter what.
It's like what I told somebody not so long ago. I'm like, I do what I do because I love it. I don't ever want it to be a job.
Or it
Absolutely.
I get
won't
what you
come.
mean.
And
I
this,
want
and
it
this
to be
is
fun for me.
Right.
and this is where I'm honest with, like, so I manage artists too. I tell them it's gonna come, or maybe it won't come.
But you gotta
Because
put in the work.
the truth is, sometimes you can do everything right, bro. Sometimes you can do exactly what the fucking diet said to do. You can do everything. You can listen to the dude, and the
can
shit
relate.
just don't work.
Yeah.
It happens,
relate,
and
yeah.
what you're saying about loving the job, Mike. I mean, Pete.
Oh,
I think.
shit.
Like what we're saying
that.
is like
Yes,
loving
sir.
the journey.
The journey.
Love
yeah.
the journey, because if you're so focused on the result,
Yeah.
if you don't get that result,
Yes.
you're heartbroken, you're shattered, and you no longer want to do that. So like it takes a lot of heart and gut to be an artist or to take a chance and do something big. And then you're right, when you put in that 4 years of work and someone that hasn't put in no work and they want to just jump on your platform and have nothing interesting to say, and then you might work with somebody and they don't promote your shit after. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
but we put in 6
And
hours
then I
of work
can't
for that
promote
interview.
that because I'm not promoting something that's not being promoted on the
Right.
other end. So it sucks because I just did some content, or we did content that we can't even promote.
We still gonna promote it, Pete. We still.
Oh yeah, we still.
But I was the shit. I'm like, yo, we still promote it.
100%.
But
No,
you're
we
like-
we throwing that shit out there.
But there's ways around that, and I think just as media platforms, we have to speak up, and we have to make sure that we're clear, because a lot of people they come and they have fun, they like the energy, and it's all jokes, but at the end of the day, it's business. So it's business. Go ahead, you got it.
No, I was gonna say something on that as well, of our 21 questions segment. Not
Some of my
every-
favorite shit I will say. I really,
Thank you.
'cause I
Thank
like
you.
the honesty behind it. I like the creativity on it. But yeah, go on.
Thank you. So that's a perfect example. We get hit up for 21 questions like you wouldn't even imagine.
Like more
right?
than like actually like interview and talking to you.
Yes.
Overwhelming.
But
Because they
21
want to be fun. They want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they want to have fun. Exactly.
But this is the thing, right? 21 questions isn't for everyone.
No.
Because 21 questions, we want people to come on there, have fun, talk shit, and give you a side of them that is not your typical interview, where it's like, oh, how did you come up with music? Things,
Exactly.
et cetera, things like
The
that.
worst.
That's your typical
they're
interview.
like, oh.
But this 21 questions, like, did you ever get your ass eaten? Or some shit like that.
It's getting crazy.
Yeah,
It's
you know
getting
what I'm saying?
crazy.
But it's
Repeat. Did you get your ass eaten? He said yeah. He said yeah. We grown. It's okay. We grown, Pete. We motherfucking grown. It was one question and it's over.
Hey, one question.
We might have to bring them on.
Oh, yeah, we should bring y'all on.
Absolutely,
I
bro.
love y'all energy. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
Crazy
that.
ass question.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like, we need that energy. We don't need, like, we've gotten people that came that we thought would be good, and then we
That's
had
the
to
moment
trash.
we said we're trashing it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the moment. But that's a tough decision, because it's
very
like,
tough.
because it's like you're gonna trash it, and then it's like you have to feel that you wasted someone's time. But then again, they gotta realize that they wasted our time as
Yeah,
well.
because they seen the show.
That's
they
why I
know
said,
what
do
the
they
show's
see the
about.
show?
Like, come on.
And when I say that is because, like, they'll come on and say, like, I'm gonna, did you ever get your ass eaten? I don't want to really,
Yeah, I don't want to
They
say
don't wanna
that.
answer
Tough
that.
guy
You know
is.
what I'm
Tough
saying?
guy is.
But in reality, I want you to be like,
Exactly.
Yes.
yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna
Like,
say nothing, but yeah.
I need the energy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mind you, I never asked nobody if they got the ass eaten. I was just,
Nah.
Honest question.
It's coming up. It's coming
It's
up.
gonna be another
I like
question,
it.
Shit.
Let me come up with a
but
question.
that is the gist of it. Like, we just want to catch you off guard. Like,
Right.
whoa, what you just asked me? Like, we do have sexual questions that be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
What the people want to hear.
if you know that you're not funny, or you don't have that energy, or you just don't.
If you don't
Right.
shoot
Yeah.
3-pointers, don't shoot a 3-pointer, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Basically.
Go for the dunk.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go for the layups.
Whatever.
It is like, we want to give everybody a chance, but all right, we got other stuff you can be on. This is just not it.
I was
You know
gonna
what I
say-
mean? And a lot of people.
And don't come to get interviewed if you don't even know what the hell we're about.
Yes.
Right.
If you don't know who we are, that is another.
It goes back to
about-
that studying, who you are. Because, like you said, you deal with artists who are bigger than, they probably think they are, bigger than y'all, whatever the ego may be. But it's like, it's that point. It's like, you know, we have to study you, but you also have to study us.
Yes.
Because if you come in here with just some blind idea and you get hit with, like you said, you're doing 21 questions, whatever questions you asking them, and then you're like, yo, what? And it's like, well, that's what they do. That's what Maze says to y'all. That's what they ask.
It's so funny though, because we did have an episode that someone came on, and all the questions that we asked were made to be answered funny.
Oh my god!
But they were so serious.
Life story. I'm
Life
like,
story.
They get deep. They like,
They
hold on there.
overthink the question. I'm like, don't overthink the question.
I was 5 and my mom. Like, yeah, bro. Don't bring up the trauma. Don't bring up
that shit ain't funny.
Yeah, don't bring up the trauma. Bring it. Keep the trauma.
That episode
we
was
got
trash.
happy music, you know,
Yeah.
funny music in the background in the video,
And
and
they're
then
like,
he comes. They come around the corner with a damn life story. You like, goddamn. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to laugh.
And we're trying to make and I know Reyes tries to like edit it to the point, but that one was like, yeah, we can't even edit that.
Yeah,
That was like,
He's like, I'm depressed. Look at that. I'm trying to laugh. Like, I didn't laugh once.
Master,
How
like,
about the one where there was not one smile?
oh my god.
They just serious face the whole time?
No.
Serious face.
Oh, you gotta
time.
smile once.
And then the thing is, my
still love
energy
you
is
if you-
like, I'm trying to make people laugh no matter what.
I
And
still
they're
love
like,
you
no.
because they're definitely gonna know who we talking about.
and they knew, and they know. They know.
Batman.
They know.
Batman.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love your work.
But smile a little bit. Smile a little
No,
bit.
but the funny part about it is that they knew, and they was like, you know what, you could trash that.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what,
It's
bro?
okay if you don't put it up.
Yeah.
It's
We'll try
okay.
something else.
It's love and respect between
Yeah, let's
us.
link up some other time.
Yeah. We'll go inside the maze and we'll talk about your work. How about that one?
Yeah, right,
Hey,
right.
so we talked about you guys kind of being a very family business. Now, I know sometimes I cannot stand my older brother or like my cousins or nothing like that. So do you guys ever have any like problems just being around 24/7 because you kind of do the same
Her and
business?
my father
Oh my god, yes, they're
annoys the shit out of me when
you
they
really
argue.
want me to go into that?
I gotta hear what I got because I'm like, yo,
Be like that with my
I remember
friends,
just
too.
looking it up. I'm like, bro, I mean, this is really dope, and I love the kind of the dynamic. But I'm like, I cannot imagine having to work with my fucking family. I can't work with
for
them.
it like that.
Yo,
I'm gonna be transparent. You know how many times my father wanted to quit because
Oh
of
yeah, he
her?
quits all the time. He quits every day. Every meeting, I quit. I'm like,
Hey,
okay,
don't
Pops, I'll
quit,
see you
don't
tomorrow.
quit, man.
Hey, Pops, I'll see you
I'm
tomorrow.
like, how the fuck you supposed to quit?
If you're
Maze?
the CFO,
You in the name.
you're the owner.
No, I'm saying, like in the beginning when they was doing music reviews,
Oh my god.
like we had like a bullshit computer. They was in the hallway of the house doing that shit and just fighting, arguing with each other. At that time, I wasn't doing that, so I used to hear them like, God, nigga, like not aggravating.
And then we'll be like, we'll call him. We'll be like, Beba was his nickname. Sorry, family nickname.
Oh, it came out. It came out. Other comments will be like, ooh,
But
baby.
we'll be like, Beba, right. He'll be like, leave me out of it.
Leave me out of it. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. In the
So
first place.
it does get like, you know.
It's frustrating
frustrating.
scheduling stuff with us.
Yeah.
We just had a thing with our group chat. It was like, oh.
Yeah, and it's not only like just me and my father. Sometimes we get in arguments. Sometimes, you know, like we're how am I gonna say this? Like we are a family.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
matter what, no matter if we're not blood or not, no matter if we're blood or not. You know what I'm saying? Like Beba, like I consider her my sister. You know what I'm saying? I consider Jeloso my sister. Panda, Tay. You know, shout out to my team actually. Shout out to my team, Tay. Tay, she's the creative director.
Tay.
You know, J Loso, she is on 88.5 with Panda on our International Friday segment.
Big.
That's on Fridays.
Big
And
Fridays.
right, and Maze and DJ Selecta. DJ Selecta is our DJ, which he's fucking amazing.
Phenomenal.
Hear it. Hear it.
His Instagram is DJ Selecta. He is amazing. I'm telling you, like.
Book them.
But yeah, it's just a family. But we, at the end of the day, we got a job to do, and we just snap back into it and do what
And
we
I
gotta
feel
do.
like, honestly, the first person that any decisions, like, I feel like that for me, I go to Figz. Automatic. You know what I
Everybody
mean?
gets aggravated with her though.
Yeah, everybody. It's like, what the fuck, Figz? But it's like, you know what? Oh, you know what bothers me the most? If
like,
we're
say
talking
it,
about
bro.
this?
What bothers
Say
you
it.
the
We cut the
most?
She never picks up the freaking phone!
Yeah, I'm editing. Hold on.
She never picks up the freaking phone, and I could
Figz, you don't pick
picture
up the
her
phone?
looking at my phone call. Just like him. I'm not saying
Listen,
nothing but him, Joe.
I be like
I
this.
could picture him looking at my phone call. And then I'll take a picture of the FaceTime with my face like this, and I'll post it like really my face, and then I'll pick up the freaking
like,
phone.
It's nothing against nobody.
He's just like that.
I fucking hate talking on the phone. Even when like,
they'll text me.
my
Yo, what up?
my mother, them, like, all right, bye. Like,
Yo, there's points where I'm like still talking and the phone's hung up. I'm like, did I finish?
Now I know who not to call.
Text me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be like, so many times I say it on my Instagram, do not hit me up if you want to book me. Hit up Inside the Maze Instagram. Because I don't know.
People
man.
don't listen.
Yeah, exactly.
My thing is, what the fuck, Figz? What the fuck, Figz?
No, but now that we're talking about like the family and all that, there's one thing I hate. I'm gonna say this on air.
Oh,
That
Jesus.
she does.
What did she do?
When I do a video, she tells me to change something. I'm like, just get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away. I fucking hate it. She's like, it's good because she likes, it's always good to have a second opinion.
I'm a
and
perfectionist.
Perfectionist. I just be like, fuck. Nigga, like,
I just took
Towards
20,
the end,
30
yeah.
minutes to fix that.
When he's done and he thinks he's all done, that's when I be like, no, wait, that part, put it over here, though. This.
I'm
She's
like,
like, okay. If you edit Batman in there jumping from the clouds, like towards the end, he's like, yo, that's not what we agreed on.
That'd be our conflict right there. That's when we get in a little
the
argument.
video stuff. But I feel you because then you have to say something. Because even if nothing changes, you're like, I have to say it.
Listen, I am, like, okay, I have a big heart. You know what I'm saying? I have a big heart, and being a CEO is really hard when you have a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
say
people
no.
understand
You
that.
say no.
She
Yo,
never says no.
Look at that. Figz never says
she's
no.
like,
You know
Now
what I'm
I'm
saying?
calling. Figz, please, I'm homeless, please.
Yo, it's really, really hard being a CEO when you have such a good heart and a big heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so hard for you to like turn people down. It's so hard for you to say no. It's so hard for for anything.
And you get us in the background like, yeah, say no. She's like, I don't care.
But there is times where it's tough, but I have to say no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But it is tough. It is tough. I want to put that up there.
No, I mean, I bet you it's tough, especially being close and then having to defer to somebody for that decision, or having Figz come in a room and say, I think it needs and like maybe you're not even joking, like it needs a little bit of this, or you switch this, and you might have a bad day, but you're like, I'll beat your ass. You lucky
I'll
about
get
really
mad. I'm like, leaving it like that.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, I'm gone. Fuck, let me just change it. She's right. Like, fuck.
And then it comes out dope.
Yeah.
I told you.
I'm gonna tell that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun working with your family at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And then, bringing in people that become family. It's fun.
I get called
fun.
Aggie all the time.
Oh, shout out to my mother as well.
no.
She's the CFO of.
Oh, yeah, my mother is actually
Mama?
the CFO.
Mama
She
Maze?
takes care of all the
All the
finances.
finances?
She's also our investor as well.
Oh.
Okay.
So she the
Shout out,
boss lady
Mom.
right there.
If we were so boss, she's the head honcho.
You get walking in the hallway, you're like, shit.
Exactly.
See, mommy, yes, whatever you want. Boy. That's crazy.
And that's actually another motivation. It's like, I think because we've given up so much. Like when we were doing music, we gave up. When we were doing, like, I even had a little bit of a DJing thing going on as well.
Yep.
And I gave it up. And, my mom was like, oh, you don't take nothing serious, whatever, right? So I think
Seeing the progression.
I think her supporting us now is really motivating because she actually sees something. She actually believes in us now, and I think that's what's actually pushing us crazy.
And I think it's good that she's the CFO like that too, because that could push you too. Because you're like, oh, not only is she supporting y'all, but she's in this high position for y'all. This is like you said, the boss lady. So you see her doing your thing, and it reciprocates. That's why it's the family business.
Because you look up and see a boss, that's what you're gonna be. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you're next to a
Especially
boss,
if it's your
you're
mother.
gonna be.
Especially if it's your mother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of parents nowadays, they don't really, because it's not a career,
Right.
and it's not
a real job.
Yeah, it's not a real job. But seeing that you have a parent that sees the potential and sees the growth and sees that, it's dope.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So-
And I feel like that you say, that real job stuff, that's like a stigma that I feel like just needs to be put to bed. It's because especially for parents, which is why I'm glad, the family business, but it's working. Because a lot of kids, they'll come up to, maybe their mom and dad be like, oh, mom, dad, I want to be a rapper. It's like, oh, that's cool, but it's like, how you going to make money? You want to go get that desk job, you want to work at the construction site, it's like, I'm gonna get money off this. Like it's possible. It's because it's like I don't know. Maybe it's just the generations, but still, I just feel like especially this generation, as some of us become parents. Saturday, they go. We got creative parents now. We do have creative parents, as like you said, y'all. But I feel like this generation is gonna be that creative parents that your kid comes up to you and is like, I want to start my own radio station. Like, go for it. Let's do it. I already know how to do it. Let's do it. I'll help you.
It's like
that's the thing. Like, my mother didn't have to believe in us. Didn't have to put the first money down for us to get a camera.
Absolutely.
She didn't have to do it, but she believed in us and she did it. Like,
and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
It's like how I see it. You just became a parent. I'm a parent. My daughter's gonna be 18. I have a 14-year-old, and the day my little one, okay, I got you. Let's do it. Let's do it together. You know what I mean? Be that, we're in the generation that we want to support whatever they're into or whatever. Because again, back in the day, those parents weren't on that.
Shout out Nani. She's gonna be a star one day.
I know my Nani, my
hilarious.
So so the day she wants to be, I'm like, I got you. Let's do it together. You know what I mean?
And the means,
and have the resources and have the ability to let her tell her you could be anything you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
and it don't
matter.
even gotta be the creative stuff.
Exactly.
If you want to go do that job, just job, But it's just like I said, it's if they want to do it.
Listen, I want to get out of a 9 to 5.
It's crazy because like being a CEO and then I work under a CEO.
Oh, it's the worst.
I'm you. It's different, but I'm you. Don't forget that.
So when I clock out, you don't even know who I am.
You clock out.
It's just like you sit at work and you just think to yourself like, do I really want to stay working under somebody?
Right. And it sucks. It really does suck to work under somebody.
But
if you
something
don't
that you don't love.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different when you love what you do.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a comedian. There's not a lot of like life. I have a regular job, so thank the Lord. I get paid. I got the health insurance.
Get that benefits.
I have a great job, but it's true. Like just working, doing anything you don't love, it's so draining. You know what I mean? Because you're putting all these hours into something, and then right after you clock out, there's no break, no breather. You gotta put them same 8 hours into what you love to do.
Next day.
Like I remember there would be days I wouldn't get home till 12. I would work. I would hit the gym. I would go comedy. I do I do 2 comedy shows a night. And then I would get home at 12 dying. Shower,
and then have to wake up at 6 in the morning. And I hate it here.
All over again.
Like, why, God, did you make me beautiful and not rich? Why?
You want to know a funny story? He always tells me, damn, you got another job? This is the thing. Ain't no motherfucker gonna talk to me crazy.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You talk to me crazy one time, I'm out.
Right. All it takes.
I'm not a child.
Yeah.
You're not gonna talk to me. My mother don't even talk to me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like once a person who's higher than me at a job talks to me crazy, I'm out.
Yeah,
they need you. You don't need them. They need to find them.
One of my new
bro.
supervisor, because I'm tatted, was like, "Oh, you can't." I'm like, "Let me. We're not in 1994.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
Everyone's
2021, and at the end of the day, my job is not good. My tattoos doesn't affect my job ability. So you're gonna tell me that
just turn around because you got tattoos.
Yeah, a doctor, you're dying, and a doctor that's tatted up, you're gonna be like, "No, don't do it." I'm not doing that. So you guys are gonna see my tats every day because it's summertime, and I'm not covering it up. But everything that I have to do is gonna get done. That pissed me off.
That actually happened to me. My boss, when I first got my hand tattoo, they was like, "Oh, you're gonna get a tattoo on the hand that you shake corporate's hands with," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because it's my hand. I don't see it as the hand I shake.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what? It's my hand.
What is my random?
It's like it's on my body.
They're not like, "Oh, that's not professional." You know what I mean? Like,
this is my smack hand.
It's the same hand that I wipe my ass with. No, I'm not saying nothing.
You know what I said? I'm like, so would it be okay on the left hand?
Yeah, it was like,
got my arm or some shit like.
What you pray with? They'll say anything, but that's the whole thing is about buying your freedom and your time back. And I remember like when people would ask me like, why would you do comedy? There's no money and blah blah. I'm like, bro, like that's why I feel the most free. You know what I mean, that's why I feel the most me and genuinely me. And it's like right now I'm working because I got bills, I got regular. You know what I'm saying? But the hope is that your passion then becomes the income. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to be a businessman. That's why you have to be a businessman this entire time. You gotta run you can't, like you were saying earlier, you can't put yourself next to a liability. Somebody who's just clout chasing. Somebody who's just gonna come into your platform, say a bunch of stupid stuff, cuss, F this, F that, and then dip.
And then give you a bad rep. Because then people are like, oh my God, yeah.
You know how when people be like, there's no money in that, this or that? I'm like, bro, just because you didn't, you didn't explore it. You didn't explore it and you didn't make enough money doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to do it. Like you say, like they told you there's no money in comedy. Look at Kevin Hart. Dude he was homeless. Yeah. Look at him now, bro. Like,
and freaking Tiffany Haddish, Amy Poehler,
comedians that make mad money. You just don't know. You just don't
because
know.
you get movie.
Exactly, because it ain't just comedy. You're gonna get a movie role because you're funny.
There's always levels to it. Levels.
I feel like for me, and like I said, that money is not the most rewarding part for me. Is getting those messages. Oh my God, you just made my day. Oh my God, I had, you give me life. Every morning I see your post, or I go to your page just to see what you post. That for me is the most rewarding thing.
Ain't nobody do that to me.
But I be talking so shit.
Somebody gotta hit me up saying, you give me life. Why ain't nobody hit me up?
Or it's the vibe. Like,
that's it.
I had a friend that reposted a video, and it was just me being like, no go to Chicho. And she posted like, oh my gosh, her vibe. She looks like she's a fire-ass person. That was like, I was like, oh my God. And she don't even know me. And she goes, listen, even through your videos, you're a vibe. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. That's rewarding. Yeah, the energy.
But you get sense energy, man. And once again, thank you guys for coming, man. Because like even when I saw you guys outside, you could feel the energy. Very bright, very energetic. Very friendly. I feel like this is the vibe we have to always continue and push with. I mean, a lot of times people get too standoffish, too don't, just kind of. It doesn't have to be cocky, nothing, but...
It's the Spanish word, come mierda.
It's fucking shit eater. Nobody knows that shit eater.
Sounds weird in English.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, come mierda. No se come mierda. Humble yourself.
Oh, that like your shit don't stink.
Yeah, exactly. You act like your shit don't stink.
And you guys have a cipher. You've done the Halloween.
Yes, sir. I watched that yesterday. That was awesome.
And that was...
love that shit.
And that was more cinematic than I thought it was going to be, by the way.
We actually have 2 Halloween ciphers out. If you really look at both of them, you can tell the quality
too.
Yeah,
because the first one,
that was like your first.
Everyone in Mari show, and you see the motherfucker running with the big ass.
Oh my God, we did a skit on that too. We did a skit on that with Teresa.
We did videos with that one. Then we transitioned to the camera.
This motherfucker was inside of clubs with that big ass camera.
Trying to do some crazy angle with big ass camera.
But the dope part about it is he went in with those cameras and killed it. And at the end of the day, it's like, again, always remember where you came from, because we could sit back and be like, yo, remember that camera that we used?
About it.
Or or the phone.
And you'll never see me brag about, I'm the shit. Like,
oh no.
Yo, he hates that. He hates that. Like, don't call me the shit, or I'm not gonna say I'm the shit.
I always gas him up.
Sometimes you have to. I think I've said this on the Drew episode.
He probably says it in the house. I'm the fucking shit.
You can't, because if you put that time, you put that work in, you gotta. It's because sometimes when you're too quiet, your value stays low. You know what I'm saying? When you stay quiet about your work and people don't really, sometimes you have to tell people, yo, this is what I do.
But the thing is with him is the work says it for itself.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself. So it's like,
when they tell me like, thank you, like, I appreciate it. But I'm not the type like some people.
He gets so icky.
I'll be like, he did it again. He's on fire. And he's
even if I get up there blown up, like I'm not gonna be like, I made this person. I did this, that.
Because there's a lot of those people.
Don't let me get rich. I'm gonna tell niggas, I was always that nigga. I knew it. Even when I was broke, I knew I was gonna get money somehow. I was gonna steal it. I was gonna make it. I don't care what I had to do.
I told you.
That's real connections.
Yo, he has
real
connections.
Oh, I got you. But still I haven't seen nobody.
He'll name drop 30. You talking about the dudes who name drop 30 people?
Yeah.
He said, nigga, I know Eminem.
Literally.
Shout out
But he really does.
But he really does.
But the thing is, he's the type of person to say, I made them.
Yeah, that's the thing that we...
But if you tell him that, he'll admit it too.
Yeah.
He'll
sit here and tell you.
Say it. He know who it is.
He knows who he is.
Yeah, who he is. And that's the thing is like, he'll sit here and tell you, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have been, he would have been still eating things.
And that's what he don't want. That's what we don't want. That's why
so much fucking struggle for you to say that shit.
Wait, so whose idea was it to put together the Halloween cipher?
Maze.
Maze.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just brought it.
Yeah.
I want to say that. Why Halloween too?
Why Halloween?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why specific Halloween?
I'm dark.
I feel like
I feel like we didn't want to just bring on a regular BET cipher type
Right.
of thing. We wanted to create a story behind
Themes.
it, a themes. And we just went with Halloween. We was like, yo, this is the perfect time to be creative.
Yeah.
Let's put some costumes on them.
Right.
Like, you know, like, be creative
Yeah,
with
we went to Virginia to do a Black Lives Matter cipher with artists in Virginia as well.
Fire.
So we're trying to do. COVID stopped a lot of that, but didn't stop a lot of that.
it.
You know what I
COVID
mean?
didn't stop us, bro.
No, I'm saying like traveling,
Yeah.
like
No,
how
exactly.
we wanted to.
No, 100%,
yeah,
yeah.
because we wanted to do New York cipher. We wanted to go to this and that and this and that, but. You know, we made it to Virginia, but then again, I got sick with COVID as well, so that stopped a lot too. I got sick really bad.
Hey, shit's no joke.
Yeah,
Shit is no joke.
No joke at all. So yeah, but Halloween, I think, you know, we picked Halloween because it's like you said, we wanted to do themes. We did what was it? The Purge. The 1st one was the Purge.
Yep.
The second one was It.
I had fun with it.
Yeah,
I fucking love horror. I love horror. So,
and it's dope
So you was right
because
alley.
yeah, I
yeah,
love
and
horror.
Oh, did you watch Conjuring?
right, and a lot of the
Yeah.
and a lot of
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah, the new Conjuring.
oh yeah.
As soon as that shit came
Listen,
out.
I don't know what's up with this dude right here, but he's kind of scaring me. You know?
He just be looking at normal
No.
shit. You be like this. You be like.
Because we live together. Like, he's my roommate. You know, we
Yeah.
live together. And it's like, yo, let's watch a movie. I'm like, cool, let's watch comedy. Nah, I want to watch some demonic shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
Freddy vs. Jason or some
I
shit.
fucking love it.
On the
Beyond
Friday,
that.
nigga.
Mind you, Riggs like
Exorcist,
wants to
nigga.
watch comedy, but it takes a lot to make her laugh.
Yeah.
It takes
Damn,
a lot
Rick,
to
Rick
make
be like,
her
no
laugh.
time.
Yeah, literally. I ain't
What
like-
abs? This is funny a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. Oh, my God. She does a space, too. She be like, you fucking like it or you don't? Especially when she's watching my videos. I'm like, you like it or not? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
That's the
thing,
take.
she's
I get
like-
so aggravated.
I'm trying to focus. See if I see anything.
It's like she's like,
She said maybe.
no, and I lose it when she be like, I'm like, bro.
No, he gets mad. I'll be like, yeah, it's dope. It's nice.
What the fuck
What
you
you mean
mean?
it's dope? It's nice. I'm like, what you want me to say?
Which one is it?
Yeah, we have good times, man. Good times.
But I also got asked about the Halloween ciphers. How'd y'all pick the artists?
All female cast, by the way,
Yeah.
right? On that last one.
women.
The last one was the
women cast.
2020. It was right. 2019.
Yeah, women, non-binary. Man, I mean, the first one that we did, we randomly just chose. Well, actually, I think Maze
Yeah, he did
chose that one. Yeah, Maze chose that one. The second one, I think. I want to shout out Tay on that one as well because she kind of rallied up everyone who was on that. I want to shout out Cake Swag, Brandy
Red
Blaze,
Shades.
Red Shades, Leek Maraki was on
Maraki.
there. Oh my God, am I missing
said
someone?
Delon.
Oh, Delon.
Delon.
Yo, I'm telling you, Delon.
She was dope.
Amazing.
Just adding her to the cipher just spice that shit.
Was she the last
up.
one?
She was
No,
the
she's
singer.
the singer,
Oh, the
the
singer.
beginning.
Yeah, that was
Yo,
it.
adding her to that, people went crazy. People went crazy. It was like a singer.
Oh yeah, but like that. Yeah.
And she did a
'cause
little
Cypher
rapping
ain't
in
just-
Because it
it
was like
too,
a,
yeah.
You know?
because it is what you were saying. It kind of that singing part kind of led the story.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I was watching it because I was supposed to be a cipher. Then I heard her singing. I'm like, okay.
It gets you. It gets
Right.
everybody like.
It's different.
second,
It's
but-
different.
Going.
Yeah.
It's just a song, but it was fun. I really like the direction of that entire
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, but the reason why we chose them is because they are
They're the shit.
The shit.
they're
Hard
the shit.
workers.
They popping.
Hard
They're hard
workers.
workers.
Simple
They're out
as
here
that.
making a name for themselves.
Very
not only in
fucking
Boston,
humble.
like globally. Like
And the
they're
fact that they fuck with us heavy, because we Red Shades, we could say, oh, we need it right there. Brandy Blaze, everybody, all of them, like they're
very humble.
They're
Yes.
ready to work.
Yeah, ready to work.
They're very humble. They're ready to work. They're very dedicated. Like they're really out here doing this shit. They're really out here doing this shit. So we're like, you know what? Let's do this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause
And
it
they were
comes
all
around.
down. They were all down.
Right.
Red Shade, she was like, word, I get to act. You know what I mean?
That shit was a fucking 7-hour shoot.
Ooh,
Wow. So it was that. Y'all was putting the work.
My back was.
my ass get
We had the
Believe me, my
kids
back was fucking
involved.
numb.
Yeah, we had kids involved. We just went it was dope. Like it was a dope experience to that video.
My father was actually the one behind the
Pennywise.
clown.
Yeah, he was it.
You know what? Yeah.
He's like, why? Why I gotta be a clown? Why I gotta be a
I ain't no
clown?
clown.
Oh, wait a minute. You calling me a clown?
Yeah.
But it was definitely fun to work with them on set and all that. It was really, really a good time.
That's nice.
But this year,
Shit.
We're gonna force it.
We
Say
killing
bigger.
it. We killing it.
Hey, give us.
He's about to do the DMX crowd.
Give us a little something. Give us a little something.
Have you picked
what's
the
the
theme?
preview?
Have
yeah,
you
we
picked a theme?
picked the theme already.
Give us a little. Yeah, give us a little exclusive here.
Just a little, just the tip. Just give us the tip.
Give us something.
Like that.
Just give me the tip. Just the tip.
All right. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint, but we can't say it. But I give you a hint.
And whoever gets it right, I'll give you $20.
And this is now, don't say this. Don't
don't say this.
Do not say this.
1, 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
I know what it is. I'm not telling y'all.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
If you don't know what that is.
you're too young.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you older than me, and I know what that is.
I was mad. I heard her counting down. I'm like, hey, 1, 2.
No, that's the point.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
the whole part of it.
All right, maybe I'm slow.
1,
3.
2.
Okay, folks.
yeah.
Look at that. We're getting exclusives over
I was
here.
like saying
You
shit.
got the exclusive.
Yeah, I saw y'all did ciphers. I'm like, I wanted that too. That shit's so cool.
Exactly.
I was like, and you know, back when we started this, I was like the first thing, because I'm like, you know, we're gonna be interviewing artists.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we gotta do something other than just interview them with.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you had a few like who we already interviewed. Excuse me, like K Watts, Red Shades, like you said,
Yeah.
great person. So it's just, you know, watching that, it's like, damn, you know, it's good to see that, like, it just keeps coming around with these
Yes.
artists. You know what I'm saying?
So besides the cipher, anything that the people should be looking out for in this year?
Man,
We're gonna be killing it.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Killing
we have a lot of series coming up. I don't want to put the names out there yet, because we don't like to do that.
We got series, we got documentaries, we got short films.
We also
coming.
have events coming up. You know,
Talk about
we
that.
have this
Events.
event that we started in 2020. Right?
Oh yeah,
2019.
so,
Look at me.
so we had our first annual Vibes Not Violence. That was for the community and all the violence in Boston and things like that. Trying to bring the community
Gotta
together.
stop that mother
Yeah.
violence, people.
That was actually good.
So
Love,
that
man.
was a success for it being the first one. We were planning 2020,
Yeah,
but
man, shit happens.
unfortunate things happened. So we had to put a pause on that, and also because we didn't know 2020 if we was gonna open or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we put a hold on that too. So, but we are bringing it back 2022. And
Oh,
that's
next year,
gonna
not
be-
this year.
2022,
Okay.
not this year. Yeah.
And it's gonna be bigger than before.
And it's gonna be bigger than ever.
Basically, we're gonna do the 2 years that we missed
I was
in
gonna
one.
say, y'all got
a big,
Literally,
big
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So yeah, we started that, and because of that, we had to stop it. But we're coming back.
That's fire.
that's 100%
Plus,
fine.
we're gonna be working more like whatever events come up. Like people invite us to things, we're gonna be there. You know what I mean? Always look for inside the maze everywhere you're at, basically, because we're gonna be everywhere. We're outside for real.
Outside.
Hey, outside today.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for coming. Like,
Thank
Oh,
you for having us.
this was lit. This was it.
This was a fire interview, man. Like, just you guys coming in with that energy, like what I really, I know Pete does, and Mike, he's not here, he's our other co-host, but we respect the hell out of you guys, man. We really appreciate what you do for the city of Boston.
Appreciate you.
For local talent. People don't understand what it means to be like a real local talent. He's not just someone just trying something, but someone who's done it for 4 years, 3, 4, 5 years, putting that
Still ain't
grind
there
in.
yet, but
And they're still not there yet, but they're making a little noise, and your platform is helping them. Just that
Like,
one
we've
other
been in the
step.
game for years and made us an
Exactly.
animal.
Come on.
You gotta respect the grind.
No,
like
definitely.
you said.
Biggie.
Right. Definitely shout out to all the other media outlets though, because
We'll do shout outs.
I mean,
Yeah, especially Museum TV. I gotta give a quick shout out to them too. Shout out Noble. But like A said, we like to.
TV is crazy.
Yeah, we just interviewed.
Yeah, we just had the
shout out Noble.
Noble, he came here to interview you. When that one drops, that was
No,
crazy.
it's already gonna be dropped, bro. It's
Oh
already gonna
yeah,
be
by the time
dropped.
that hit, this is already gonna be.
Sorry, yo, that's episode
That's
40
what-
right
that-
now.
that-
That's the big
that-
40.
That was gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. But yeah, like A said, Mike can attest to this too if he was here. We like to show love here. So if there's anyone y'all want to shout out right now, please, this is the time to do so.
Shout out to my mama.
It is the mom, yeah, CFO.
Nah.
Boss lady.
Like I said, shout out to the media outlets out here doing their thing. You know what I mean? CWTFB Radio
So shout out
is doing
Charlotte.
this thing. That's one of my favorite podcasts. But I'm gonna tune into y'all too and make y'all.
No, we
my
listen.
favorite.
No, we listen to that too.
Definitely.
We listen to this shit.
You know what I'm saying? I've been watching some episodes of y'all,
And
so
we
y'all
appreciate
killing
that,
it.
yeah.
shout out to all the media outlets
Henny
and
Hot
the
Wings.
artists and
Yeah.
like I said, the artists that fuck with us. That we also had an R&B Christmas. I don't know if you've seen that. That was sort of like a
I didn't even see R&B Christmas.
yeah. It was a Notebook P on there, Miranda Ray, Delon again, Kay. I don't want to butcher her name. I'm so sorry. But it's K, Kae. And did I miss anyone? Oh, retrospect. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
On Instagram. Yeah. But they were on there. They killed it. That was a dope one. Y'all gotta go check that out. It's on YouTube. It was put together by Tay, our creative
Shout out
director.
Tay, man. We're gonna get Tay and Maze in here, man.
Yeah.
Because Tay behind
That's
everything.
Maze Radio Pod too.
And Maze just sounds funny, from all the stories y'all telling me.
No,
He's
if he was
funny,
here,
yeah, he
it would have been.
He sounds serious and then it's funny because he's so
Literally,
serious.
he's a serious funny guy.
Yeah, we fuck with him so much. It'd be funny.
No, but I say we shout out Tay because honestly, we've always been a dope group, but bringing Tay along has made us even doper. I don't know if that's a word.
Yeah,
But she's made us stronger, you know what I mean? I feel like if it's not Figz, it's Tay, but they're like the ones that we go to.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like, does that look good? Does that sound right? So I feel like if it wasn't for Tay coming along, we would be who we are, but not as great as where we are. So I still shout out to Tay.
Vision.
Yeah, the vision that she
has
has and everything.
a crazy vision. That she's also the production coordinator as well. She makes sure things
Smooth.
smooth.
Sailing.
Yeah, and shout out
Tay.
shout out to the team as well. Like I said, Jeloso Panda, DJ Selecta, DJ Dex as well for bringing us on the Big City Fam. And like I said, all the other media outlets doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to all the artists, everybody who booked us, supported us, who are going to book us, and who
Hey,
wants
book
to
them now
work
for the
with
price
us.
go up. Book them now for the price
We
go up.
outside now, so are they. Y'all better be too.
Exactly. We appreciate you all. We appreciate everybody, for real.
You want all that vibes?
There was no shout outs?
Yeah.
I shout out the same. Basically, shout out to Inside the Maze. What the fuck? No, but again, shout out to all the media outlets out there. You know what I mean? Everybody's putting in the work to basically have all these artists who are starting off to show their work. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they just started off or they've been here. Shout out to everybody working. You know what I mean? It's like we're never not working. So it's like at least content is everything. You know what I mean? Consistency is everything. Because you can start something today and it could blow up. But then if you don't do nothing else, it's like, what the hell?
That's why me and Mike go back there all the time. It's like, before we started this, it was kind of rocky road. I told Mike, I'm like, listen, just give me episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All we gotta do is start.
Exactly.
It's not. It's that easy.
What episode you on?
40.
You're on?
We dropped in 40.
Look at that,
couple
man.
weeks.
Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will be
One
in the
week.
40. This episode will be in the 40s. But that's what I'm talking about. I sit back and I'm like, damn, we've known this 40 weeks now. Like,
There you go.
that's what I tell people. Like,
Consistency.
I had a dude DM us like, what's your advice for starting a podcast? And like, I told him like in one sentence, like simply, it's just start.
Just start.
Just start talking.
it. Exactly.
Start
just start
talking.
talking. If you know what it wants to be about, then just start it.
Start it, yeah.
You can collect, everything you need. You need a team, you need a second host, you want to do it by yourself, whatever. All you gotta do is start. Because that's what people respect. And if you
Absolutely.
keep it up, then it's gonna happen. It's not like, you do 5 episodes and then nothing happens, and then, maybe you do 5 episodes like 2 months down the line. No,
Right.
you gotta be that. You just gotta
And it
be
doesn't
on
really
top
matter
of the
if
ball.
you get 1 like or 2 views
That's
or
it.
3 views. Just keep going.
It's gonna be good.
Because it's a
Exactly.
build up. You know what I mean? Again, you go into our page, you can see from the first episodes of whatever we've done or whatever content, and you see the progression. Like, oh shoot.
Even
Now
the
they're at
views and
1,000,
shit, too, you can
13,000
see.
views.
Exactly.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it's consistency. Never give up. There's times that you do want to give up, or you get. I get writer's block a lot, and I go to Figz. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Is it just be you? Like literally.
Tell me,
I got
Ain't
my
no
weather.
philosophical
I got my.
answer, but just
I got my weather forecast every week, so it's like consistency is everything,
Right.
honestly.
Every
So.
time my computer freezes, I want to quit.
Yeah.
Because that 4K, them 4K
Processing those
Say that
videos.
it's HD shit. It's tough.
Yeah, nah, no.
My
Yeah.
God.
I ended up building my own computer just because you have a hard time processing all that.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
I wish I knew how to build a computer.
Shit. Man, if I could do it,
Shoot, I wish I
anybody
could build
do
a
it.
man.
I feel like I could do it though because sometimes I am a geek like at that type of stuff like computer tech how do you say that? Like
just a tech word.
Tech savvy.
Tech savvy. That's
Yeah.
the word I was trying to look for. Yeah, like I am a bit tech savvy. I could type
can
without
send email.
looking.
Yeah.
I can type without
Like,
looking.
That's
I can
fancy.
type
I can't do that. I can't do
could turn
that.
on a
I
computer.
do that sometimes.
All I can do it when I'm like texting and looking up, like.
I can
Yeah.
alt
I
delete.
know. I literally can sit there and I can type like at work. I'll be like,
See, I can't do that.
I can't do it. I gotta be like.
Yeah. I'm there like.
I'm a
And
2
the
mile
dog. And the dog went shopping.
And real quick, but like you were saying, you know, when we talked about Mike, you know, just starting shit, we also talked about how, like, you know, what if we blew up after episode 3 or something like that, something
Yeah.
early. It's like, well, it's like you said, if you blew up and then you just did nothing, it's like, that's the thing, I don't know what to do. So that's why I just got to shout out the journey, you know what I'm saying? This has been awesome. Inside the maze. Y'all already know, but hey, it's the best shout out right
Nah,
here.
it's not the.
Yeah, I think it's the best shot. I like
Nah,
it. I like
well-
it because it's like, it makes sense.
Nah. The first thing I always shout out is myself. Cause I work damn hard. I take care of
That's
my
a fact.
family.
That's true.
Take care of
I
your
work
kid.
hard. I love myself. I take care of my baby.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that pat on your back, and it gotta come from you. Sometimes, if you know the realest person on your team is you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm,
Cat Williams said you gotta be in tune with your star player.
exactly.
That's
And
you.
shout out to Inside the Maze Radio for real. Thank you guys for applying. Thank you guys for just
Of course.
coming through, taking my phone calls, and
Yeah.
thank you for what you guys do for the city. Like, we really appreciate it. Keep working. It just drives us to kind of keep working with you guys as well. If you need anything, if you have anything coming up, you just call one of us. You got my number.
Say that there.
Whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? If it's we lost the camera kit, you know, do you got one? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. If we got it, we got it.
But we
You
can
know?
find somebody that got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We got resources. We grown.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna say.
And we
man.
definitely want to get y'all back with Tay and Maze,
So I
man.
say, oh, this calls for part 2. 100%.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
definitely. It would be nice to have
it's
the
gonna
other
bug out,
part of
bug
the
out.
team.
Yeah,
We're a
bug out.
7-8 person team. So.
Yeah, definitely. You know, at the end of the year, in a couple months, let shit go by. You guys, I definitely want you guys to come back here. Shout out to my other co-host Mike. He can't be here,
Sanchez.
but he's a big part of us. He
Right.
does a lot of our marketing, a lot of our reaching out to people. He's an animal. He's a beast.
He's a nice
Thank
one.
God.
He'll talk you up.
Oh yeah, he's the dude. He's the guy, bro. Thank Pete for working hard, bro.
Shout out. Hey, yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Appreciate
All
it.
right, man. Let's get out of here. Yo, Pete,
Hey.
what they? Tell
Did
what
we
they
just
need to
say
know.
that?
No,
Hey,
y'all
just
don't
say
say
that?
no. Don't
Yeah.
say
Hey,
this.
you don't say that.
Don't
To say that?
Don't say this though. I'm
But you
telling
can say
y'all.
this, but you can't say
Say
that.
You can't,
Hey!
exactly. You can get with this, so you can get with that. But also, don't say this.
Say
that.
that. Okay.
Peace. We out.
That was dope.